Hello and welcome back. So we are now going to do our back end. That is, we are trying to connect this with the back end. We had done some Kotlin before, so we want to see how we can utilize that in our main activity dot Kotlin. So when this button is clicked, we want something to appear here. So what we are going to do, we are just going to move to our main activity dot kt. So when we move to our main activity dot kt, we'll just come to this function, the onCreate function. So you can see where the onCreate function is. So that's where we are going to state what we want the button to do. So we'll just come in here. Then now we'll just call in our button. So the ID, this ID btn age is what is going to assist us to call this button. So we'll come and pick the ID. So we'll say ID. So we'll say btn age. So you can see in our imports, it has imported the activity main.xml. So we'll say that ID btn age, which it has picked, dot, then we'll say set on click listener. So we'll set an on click listener. So this is what happens when the button is clicked. So we'll set an on click listener. Then inside the on click listener, that's where we are going to say what we want to happen when the button is clicked. So we'll now come and say, so when your button is clicked, we want you to calculate the age of someone, and we are going to say now, we are going to pick the value that has been entered, date of birth. So we are going to say val, so Kotlin val, how we declare a variable. So we'll say val, then we can come and say user. So we create user, date of birth, then we specify that, let it be an integer. Then we'll say equals to, then we'll say integer. Dot pass int. Then now what do? We want to pass the age. So the age we had in our text here, the ID for age was picked by et.dob. So we are going to come and pick it. So we'll say et.dob. Then we'll say dot text, then we say dot to string. So it converts it to so it's a string and it's converted to an integer so that we can do our calculation. Then we are not going to pick our current year. So the current year, we can come in and say val, then we call our variable, we say current year, we just give it a name, current year. Then we can say we are going to pick it from calendar. So these are just inbuilt functions. We're going to see how we are going. So you can see every time that you call upon something, a specific package is included. So you can say calendar dot get instance. So we'll say calendar dot get instance. Then we can say now dot get, then you can say now calendar dot, so you can choose, do you want to take the year, time, month and all that. So for us to calculate the year, we're just going to say dot year. So these are just simple ways of we are going to see how to get some inbuilt functions, and you'll learn as a process goes by. So to get the age of the user, So we can say now val, then we say user age, so we get the user age. Then we can say it's an integer, so we want to specify, and age can only be an integer. Then we can say user's age equals to, so to get the age of someone, it's definitely the current year minus the date of birth. So you say date of birth, so current year minus date of birth. So you can see we've now created a variable, user date of birth. We've picked it as the user has entered. We've gotten the current year, so now we've gotten the user's age. So when the button is clicked, what do we want it to do? We want it to display our age there. So we are going to simply come and say TV, so TV age, that was the ID here for age, where our age we want it to be displayed. So we can say TV age is going to be dot text. Then what do we want it to do? We want it to simply display your age by printing out the user's age. So TV age, so we can say equals to, then we can print out and say you are, then we pass a variable. So we had done this in Kotlin, so you can simply come and say you are that, then we say years old. Cheers. So you can, it will tell you are that, then it will display your age. So that is what now happens when you click the button. I'll go through the code again and explain what we've done. So we've picked our button age, and we've said when you click, you're going to set an on-click listener. Then we get the user's age by picking what's in the edit text. We get the current year using this instance that is inbuilt. Then we now get the user's age by a simple subtraction, current year minus date of birth. Then now you can say TV age, we're going to display your age. When you click submit, it will be displayed here. So that's it for the back end. So that's quite easy. So that's how you link the front end to the back end, mainly by using the IDs and calling the IDs to your main activity.kotlin. So try now and run the application and see if it works. That was it for this simple back end video. So I hope you're able to interlink the two. Then once your app is up and running, kindly don't forget to send me the screenshot or a video description of how the app is working. Cheers and have a nice day. Bye.